The entertainment and concert safety industries were thrown into heated debate yesterday when Chen Zhenyuan issued a public statement explicitly defending and celebrating Zhao Lusi's controversial decision during her recent concert to spontaneously jump down from the elevated stage and push through security barriers to get closer to fans in the general admission pit, a move that created immediate chaos as security personnel scrambled to protect her while fans surged forward trying to get closer, resulting in several people being injured in the crush and the concert being temporarily halted while order was restored. Chen Zhenyuan's statement, posted across his social media accounts, characterized Zhao Lusi's stage abandonment as brave, genuine, and reflective of her authentic love for fans rather than as the dangerous and irresponsible act that safety professionals have labeled it, with him specifically praising her willingness to take personal risks to connect with supporters and expressing pride in what he frames as her refusing to maintain artificial distance between herself and the people who love her work. The fact that Chen Zhenyuan chose to weigh in publicly on an incident that has generated significant criticism and that could potentially result in legal liability if injured fans decide to sue suggests either genuine belief that Zhao Lusi's actions deserve defense or concerning prioritization of romantic loyalty over objective assessment of dangerous behavior. Why would Chen Zhenyuan think that publicly endorsing actions that created safety hazards and that resulted in people being hurt would be appropriate response rather than privately supporting Zhao Lusi, while acknowledging that the specific execution of her fan connection impulse was flawed? And does his statement put additional pressure on other performers to take similar risks to prove their dedication to fans? According to safety experts and concert industry professionals responding to Chen Zhenyuan's statement, his public celebration of Zhao Lusi's stage jump creates dangerous precedent and sends message to fans and performers that such risky behavior is admirable rather than problematic, potentially encouraging copycat incidents at future concerts, and making it harder for security personnel to maintain necessary boundaries and safety protocols when performers themselves are being praised for violating those protections. The specific detail that Chen Zhenyuan highlighted Zhao Lusi's bravery and her willingness to sing with fans even while in the potentially dangerous crowd situation suggests he views the emotional and symbolic value of the gesture as outweighing the practical safety concerns, a calculation that many observers find troubling, and that reveals possible disconnect between celebrity perspective, where personal connection feels paramount, and security professional perspective, where preventing injuries and managing crowd dynamics must take priority regardless of symbolic or emotional considerations. The detail that has fans defending Chen Zhenyuan's statement while safety experts condemn it is his specific claim that Zhao Lusi continued singing and engaging with fans even while surrounded by the surging crowd, and even while security was trying to extract her from the dangerous situation, with Chen Zhenyuan characterizing this as admirable professionalism and dedication, rather than as problematic resistance to necessary security intervention that prolonged the dangerous situation and made security personnel's jobs more difficult. The romanticization of Zhao Lusi singing while in physical danger has created split between fans who view this as ultimate demonstration of her commitment to connecting with supporters regardless of personal cost, and critics who view it as self-centered disregard for the safety of fans who were being injured in the crush, and for security personnel who were forced into dangerous situation trying to protect someone who was actively resisting their efforts to move her to safety. Chen Zhenyuan's explicit praise for this aspect of the incident has made him complicit in valorizing behavior that resulted in injuries, and that created liability exposure for venue operators and event producers who now face potential lawsuits from people who were hurt during the chaos Zhao Lusi created. The concert incident that Chen Zhenyuan's statement addresses occurred at a sold-out arena show where Zhao Lusi was performing as part of her ongoing tour, with the venue having standard safety barriers and security protocols designed to maintain separation between performers on the elevated stage and the general admission standing area where thousands of fans were packed together. The decision to have standing room general admission section rather than all assigned seating was intended to create more energetic, intimate atmosphere, but also created conditions where crowd surge and crushing became serious risks if proper crowd management wasn't maintained, making Zhao Lusi's decision to breach the barriers and enter the crowd particularly dangerous given the already compressed and excited state of fans in that area. The specific moment when Zhao Lusi jumped from the stage was apparently during an emotional ballad when she was singing about connection and love, with her apparently being so moved by the moment, and by seeing fans singing along that she spontaneously decided to get closer to them, rather than maintaining the safe distance that stage elevation and security barriers provided. The romantic impulsive nature of the decision rather than being premeditated stunt has been emphasized by her defenders including Chen Zhenyuan as evidence of her authentic emotional connection to fans, though critics note that authentic impulses can still be dangerous and inappropriate, and that professionalism includes controlling impulses that could create safety hazards regardless of how genuine the emotions driving those impulses might be. The immediate aftermath of Zhao Lusi entering the crowd involved security personnel attempting to create protective barrier around her, while she continued singing and interacting with fans who were pressing forward trying to touch her, take selfies, or simply get closer, with the combination of security trying to maintain space and fans trying to get closer creating compression, and surge that resulted in several people falling and being trampled or crushed. The specific injuries reported included bruising, minor fractures, breathing difficulties from compression, and panic attacks from people who felt trapped in the surge, with medical personnel at the venue treating multiple people, and at least 2 concertgoers being transported to hospital for evaluation, though fortunately none of the injuries appear to have been life-threatening or permanently debilitating. The concert's temporary halt while security worked to extract Zhao Lusi from the crowd, and to ensure all injured parties received medical attention lasted approximately 15 minutes, during which the venue's sound system played recorded music and made announcements asking everyone to step back and create space for safety, while tensions remained high and some fans expressed anger at having their concert experience disrupted, even while others were more focused on concern for those who had been injured. The decision about whether to continue the concert after the incident was resolved apparently involved discussions between venue management, security coordinators, and Zhao Lusi's team about whether proceeding was safe and appropriate or whether canceling the remainder would be more responsible choice. Chen Zhenyuan's specific characterization in his statement of Zhao Lusi's behavior as brave and admirable has been the focus of most criticism, with safety experts noting that bravery implies taking personal risk for worthy purpose, while what Zhao Lusi did was create risk not just for herself, but for fans and security personnel in service of emotional gesture that could have been achieved through less dangerous means. The suggestion that maintaining safety barriers and professional distance between performers and audience represents some kind of artificial or inauthentic relationship has been particularly criticized as promoting unhealthy expectations about celebrity accessibility, and as dismissing the legitimate reasons why such barriers exist, including protecting both performers and fans from dangerous situations. The response from Zhao Lusi herself to Chen Zhenyuan's public defense has been limited to reposting his statement with heart emojis, suggesting appreciation for his support without adding substantial commentary of her own about the incident or addressing the safety concerns and criticisms that have been raised. Her relative silence beyond endorsing Chen Zhenyuan's framing has been interpreted various ways, with some seeing it as appropriate decision to let the controversy die down rather than feeding it with additional statements, while others view it as evasion of accountability and failure to acknowledge that her actions had negative consequences regardless of her intentions. The venue and event production company's response to the incident has included reviewing security protocols and crowd management procedures to identify any improvements that could prevent similar incidents, while also apparently considering whether to prohibit certain spontaneous performer behaviors that create safety hazards in future events at their facilities. The potential liability exposure from injured fans deciding to sue has made this a serious business and legal matter beyond just a public relations issue, with insurance companies and legal counsel likely being involved in assessing how to handle claims and whether to settle or defend against any lawsuits that may emerge. The broader implications for concert safety standards and performer behavior following this incident and Chen Zhenyuan's controversial defense of it have been subject to industry discussion, with venue operators and security professionals calling for clearer standards and possibly contractual requirements that performers agree not to breach safety barriers or to take actions that create crowd surge and crushing risks. The challenge of enforcing such standards when performers in the moment feel emotional connection, and when spontaneous gestures receive publicity and fan appreciation despite their danger, has made this an ongoing problem that the incident has highlighted rather than resolved. In conclusion, Chen Zhenyuan's shocking decision to publicly defend and praise Zhao Lusi's controversial choice to jump off her concert stage and wade into a crowd of thousands of fans despite the chaos, injuries,